Welcome to the First Call Plus. I have with me Jason Tan and Brendan Popple. They have a look at a couple of races from Awapuni. Kicking that off with race number 7, the Ratunui Development Company Handicap, over 2,100 metres. There's a few of them here, Brendan, inside the $10 mark in what looks to be a pretty open sort of a race.
It is a very open race. Look, we've seen Love to Keep Him race predominantly through the winter, and is still keeping up a strong gallop with that win last Saturday at Trentham at around that $9.80 mark. Jump for Joy as runner, where she's got herself in some very good form. And as we start heading down the book, Jason, I have a lot of interest around the 13, 14 and 15 if leading role also can make its way into the field. It's a race where I'm sort of, my eyes are looking away at the bottom of the book.
Yeah, Gorbachev has shown himself to be a horse with a lot of promise over the middle to staying distances. This is Jump for Joy, and what she was able to do in winning a rating 75 at Woodville. Heavy 10 track. Look, we don't expect the track to be at that level at Awapuni, even though there are some showers forecast for the next 24 hours. But yeah, this was a nice staying effort. Love to Keep Him just stays on genuinely. The 7-year-old son of Keeper's in good form and is holding that for Kim Clapperton. But yeah, I'm with you. I'm sort of looking to the bottom of the page, and Eva Jensen as well. She wasn't too bad at Rotorua, out of her grade last time.
Yeah, that's the way I'm leading in the race, Eva Jensen. When you look at that race, the Jackalbury Classic, got a long way back in the race and made some very good strides late down the straight, and was able to take some ground off some horses down the lane. So that runner comes from a listed race, or a stakes race, should I say, back to a rating 75. That's a big drop in class. And the same can be said about Gorbachev as well, who will notice that drop back in company and also going up in distance to the 2,100
And
metres.
he was excellent, hitting the line over a distance probably too short behind Heaven's Keep at Hastings, and was part of the track that probably wasn't as suited. It was an excellent run, so it's just a matter of whether he can do it second up. His second up record's outstanding. I think he's 2-1-1, like a win and a place from 2 starts. So yeah, it's no surprise to see the bookmakers having him very, very short.
Okay, let's have a look at race number 6 at Awapuni, and we take a look at the Power Farming Handicap, featuring Storytime, who was a very impressive winner last time to the races. $5.50 for Scandalo. There's Tim Johnson's 2 kilo claim today. Vinevale at $6.50 and Hassa Halo at an $8 price. 1,400 metres here, Jason Tan. We see Red Sierra $7.50. How do you see that horse placed in the map from barrier 1?
Red Sierra, one of the horses that it's probably going to get back in the race. Storytime sat handy at Rotorua. There wasn't much pressure in the race, so she really got everything her own way. There's possibly a little bit more speed with Go By It from a wide draw going forward. I think that maybe Tinkerlicious might be able to push up. She's resuming in a fresh state. Stephen Stills, I think he's probably going to be midfield the rails. Princess Belle potentially in a fresh state could push forward, but overall I'd say the tempo was good to slow. I don't see a strong tempo.
No, you're right, and Storytime was the best way to overcome that barrier draw, was the way that she jumped. She's able to get across them and put herself right in the race. I thought this was a terrific win by Storytime, considering the horse had to carry weight, had to carry 60 kilos, had a wide gate, sat outside leader here, and you consider what this horse has done, you know, as last preparation, being placed here at this venue, of course, in a eulogy behind Volpe Veloce. So look, there's a lot of merit in that run from Storytime. Steps up to the rating 75, but look, this is a race though, Jason, where look, we can look at a few different angles. I was liking Scandalo, who won on the same day actually at Rotorua, but also Vinevale as well. You liked her first up run?
Yeah, this is a decent enough performance. Look, she probably wasn't, well, she isn't clear. So Opie really is able to get into maybe the last 200 metres. The race is gone from her at this stage. You can see Buy Me a Rock coming, Save the Date rather, coming widest of all and swooping straight past. She wouldn't have won the race, but she finishes probably a length closer. So it had plenty of merit. Look, just on Storytime, it's the overall time that sort of concerned me of that Rotorua race.
That's
like
right.
of the 12-15 races on the day, hers was very much a sit sprint, so there wasn't that much pressure. In her favour is that it may be that this race turns out similarly
Very
tomorrow.
similar, yeah.
But that was just I suppose it is a little bit of a knock on her. Like I preferred the run of Scandalo, to be fair.
Yeah, well, it was a couple of seconds quicker, and that horse showed a lot of turn of foot from the back of the field, and you know, holding out Legramore, who was unlucky in that race as well. But Scandalo won like a horse who could keep going on that winning trend. But then you've got go by it. You've got some form in the race, so I'm leaning towards the 3 and the 10 in the race. That's where my plays will be anyway.
Derby tip for you, Brendan?
Look, I've been with Weather With You for quite some time before he even got on the plane and got over to Melbourne to get ready for this preparation. So I was unsure about where he was for this derby before the Geelong Classic last Wednesday. I feel as though that he'd been undone by some bad barrier draws and maybe not ridden forward enough. Things went his way in the Geelong Classic because they were able to ride him in a positive fashion, and that's how I think you got to ride him. And with the barrier draw that they've got again on Saturday, they get that opportunity to do that. He's a good grinding stayer. He'll plant himself there and he'll keep staying all day. And look, we can't doubt what Murray Baker and Andrew Fulton have said about this horse as a maiden galloper in sort of August, September, saying that this is their Victorian Derby prospect. They're there now, they're a chance, he's got a draw, he's in form now. So, look, a lot of ticks in the right boxes for him. So, yeah, I'm happy to be on him at the futures price and hope he runs the race tomorrow.
Jason, they've come out with ace high and said potentially they're going to let 3 or 4 go in front of it. That could somewhat change the complexion of the race. So how do you assess it?
That is a really interesting move, I would say. Maybe a weird move, given that he's had really good success being rated by Ty Angland on the speed, and look, he's drawn to be right there anyway. However, I think that'll suit Weather With You, because if he's able to be ridden forward and there isn't much pressure, it's not a bad thing to be leading these derbies, because so often you'll get a very tepidly run mid-sectional or sort of middle thousand of the race, and they end up sprinting home, and those that are getting back from wide draws from that awkward starting point end up being no chance. So everything shapes really well for Weather With You. I like the run of Ocean's 14 in that classic that Brendan spoke of. He's a son of Ocean Park and Rue Van Slaats, who was just a speed machine here. But he's showing a lot of promise. The way that he attacked the line there at Geelong was good. And Sully was good in the Champion Stakes there in Sydney. So the one thing I will be doing is taking that first call special with Deals and Heels into Weather With You to place, just to take that insurance, assuming Deals and Heels wins, taking that insurance if Weather With You is able to sit in the first 3 or finish in the first 3.
Okay, thanks for your time this morning, gentlemen. The first call plus with a couple of previews and looking at the derby. You can join us on TAB Trackside 1 and Trackside 2 on Tuesday at 10 a.m for a full Melbourne Cup preview. Until then, happy punting for the weekend.